everybody knew what a downwinder was. We were the anti-nuclear capital of the world. I was an autistic kid. My father was a drafted United States Marine, an incredible man. I come from an incredible family. My uncle stood on Omaha Beach on D-Day. I grew up on a huge ranch out by the lake. He was a beautiful, incredible person. He was at Pendleton, combat ready, and they were human guinea pig. They were marched into the trenches in Nevada. They're called atomic veterans. He nearly died at the blast. Between 1951 and 1968, we had 300 open-air tests. Well, as different scientists started to write about this, Wallace Stegner was at the University of Utah at the time. I got to know him. Edward Abbey was hanging around there. I got to know him. I got to know all these environmentalists, and I was an environmentalist, and it was a passionate, intense subject matter there.
All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. They'll be calling you a radical. Bloomgate, 311, whatever you want to call it. I call it Pacific genocide, whatever. It's fucking giant conspiratorial across all demographics. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. They'll be calling you a radical. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. Bloomgate, 311, whatever you want to call it. I call it Pacific genocide, whatever. It's fucking giant conspiratorial across all demographics. They'll be calling you a radical. May God have mercy on all of your souls.
Nuclear power was evolving. We were promised, oh, this can't happen.
Well, good morning. Time to get out of your dogma, Snuggies. A lot to talk about today. The ignorance is going viral. Boy, did I name this right when I named this movement Post-Ignorance. Post-Ignorance today? Hell no, not even close. Utah, they're Blue Castle. If any of you don't know what Blue Castle is, type in Blue Castle. It's a nuclear generator they're trying to build on the green. Illegally, they don't have any freaking financial support. Lead Dog Financial, this is the most corrupt thing in the world, in the most corrupt place in the world. The Mormons, the most corrupt people on the face of the planet. Pop some more pills, fucking work 60 hours a day, completely gone. Lock, stock, barrel, mentally ill, sick, disturbed, fucked up human beings. They signed a contract with Westinghouse to build the fucking plant. Well, ain't gonna happen over my dead fucking body, and that's a fact. And I'm not Ted Nugent. I don't fucking make shit up. It will not happen. Fuck Dirty Herbie. Fuck all these fucking corrupt evil fuckers. You don't believe me? Check out fucking both attorney generals. The previous one in the city won 11 fucking felonies. Mike Lee implicated. These corrupt motherfuckers. Sign a contract with Westinghouse. I want to talk. It's not going to happen. And I love it. I'm in San Diego at the Reagan hearing, fighting my ass off when this news breaks, and we got 3 million fucking worthless sheep in this fucking state. Worthless. Fucking worthless. Not one single person. Well, I take it back. Judy at the Tribune. I love her. She stands up and fights. It's it. You know, we got Mary down there, Dixon. I mean, passive-aggressive, worthless as fuck. Worthless as fuck. Hill of Utah, worthless as fuck. Worthless. They fucking file a lawsuit, and I told them, and they got a lot of fucking blame, Hill of Utah. Matt has a lot of blame. They got involved in Blue Castle because of me. You type in Blue Castle nuclear generator, you're going to get me hanging with a central line in critical condition out of a bone marrow transplant fucking unit. Yeah, try it. Google Blue Castle nuclear generator. Google it. Google it right now. See what you get. Yeah, that's me. So those fuckers file a lawsuit. Well, I'm in New York in support of Megan Rice at my post-ignorance march. Fucking, what do? File a lawsuit, and they hired Iron Gundershield for a fucking expert witness. I listened to the transcript when I got back. The prosecutor fucking destroyed him. I says, you just let him off the mat, you fuckhead. You fuckhead, Matt. I had him fucking buried. You didn't need to file that fucking lawsuit. And if you did, why the fuck you bringing in Gundershield? They will destroy that passive-aggressive fuck. That's the problem with all you passive-aggressives, your radio shows, your books, your talk. You're fucking pathetic. We've got our ass kicked for 40 fucking years because of fucking you. Oh, the Japanese are tidy little people. They'll clean it up. I had this bitch tell me at the fucking Megan Rice hearing, some fucking old fucking passive-aggressive walking around fucking trying to get people to sign her fucking worthless piece of shit book, saying, oh, I said, where the fuck's Ellen? Where is she? Where is she? She's a fraud. That's what the fuck she is. Where is she? Oh, she's in Fukushima. I said, the fuck she is. She's sitting in her fucking cushy-ass fucking house in Boston. She's a fraud. She's a fucking fraud. She's a fraud. Gunderson's a fraud. They're all fucking frauds. They're worthless as fuck. They don't take her. And I can prove it. Where were they? And this is not my words. This is Megan's niece, Megan Jr. Where are they, Kevin? Where are they? Where? And she started naming names. I covered for Carol Gallagher. I covered because I love Carol because she stood up for my dad. Where's Carol? She's friends with Megan. Where's she at? And I says, well, I think her husband's sick. Carol had an excuse. Helen didn't have no fucking excuse. Gunner Shield, Beyond Nuclear. Let me tell you about Beyond Nuclear, Kevin Camps. I'm in New York City, leaving the Millie Mass, and I hope John Anthony Ferrers and Street Grants what? Beware of New World Order radio, people. Beware, 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 beware. They're hard right fucking want to kill the earth fuckers. They're the opposite of your message. New World Order, you know that was a word fucking fed to them by the CIA. Has nothing to do with new. It's old world order. It's feudals. They support the feudal system. Beware of these people. Beware. The Michael Savages of the world who created this monster were paid by the CIA. It's called Operation Foxconn. Fox News, like it's an English system. They believe in a feudal system. The New World Order people that babble that when there's nothing new about it. It's old as hell. It's called the feudals. Biggest army wins. Money controls corruption. Europe had it for 1,000 years. One family controlled the world 100 years ago. That's what it is. We had a tariff war. White Anglo-Saxons lived in America for 150 fucking years. Why the war then? 5 guys. 5 fucking guys. Sam Adams. It was a tariff war. Blocking the fucking East India Company. They dressed up like Indians and threw that fucking tea over. It was a tariff war. We were the tariff nation. We did not believe in the fucking feudal system. There's only one way to fight the feudal system. Only one way. And the New World Order people, they are the ones who caused what we have. Tariffs. Usury laws. Hamilton knew that. What do you think the Civil War was, fucks? Who do you think funded the South? Oh, the Queen. Roosevelt knew it. Both Kennedys knew it. Martin Luther King knew it. Rachel Carson knew it. They all knew it. Megan Rice knows it. Nuclearism. Nuclearism exists for one reason and one reason only. Nuclear weapons to point for the Queen. You fucking Americans fucking are so fucking crazy and so insane and so ignorant that it is fucking beyond pathetic. Is it an epidemic? Beyond an epidemic. Popping 5 fucking pills will say New World Order when it's Old World Order. The same people that are bitch about the fucking government and fucking everything when they try to impose a tax on Wall Street, when they try to rein Wall Street in, when they try to rein the bankers in, they try to fucking put a tariff at the poor. They try to fucking, you are the very people that fucking stop them from doing it. The same people that bitch about it are the same people that create it. The very poorest support the very richest. Get out of fucking map. The welfare queens. Who's the welfare queens? The red fucking states. Utah are the biggest welfare queens in the world. When Mike Lee sits and say, Badmouth wants to cut food stamps, when fucking the federal government employs more people per capita here than anywhere in the fucking country. Probably the world. He's the biggest welfare queen that ever was. He got $600,000. This is how pathetic it is. Think about this. Mike Lee running against Bennett. Bennett, one of the richest men in the state. Head of the Senate Banking Committee. The Tea fucking party teased him up. Goes at it because he's not fiscally responsible. When he's a billionaire with a B. They go out, they find a guy named Mike Lee, a gift to fucking Judge Alito, a gift to fucking a Supreme Court justice that was placed illegally. Not my words, Byers' words. Not my words, Tribe's words. Bush didn't win. So it's a gift. They hand it behind closed doors. There's no democracy in Utah. It's one-party politics, and they do not have open primaries and Republican thing. It's corrupt as fuck. It's a corrupt place on the face of the earth, bar none. So it's a handshake fucking deal. He's running for Senate on a fiscal responsible platform. He's a Tea Party. Rein in spending. This is a guy that's fucking house. He paid a $1.2 million big, ugly piece of shit house up in Alpine that he can't afford, that he's in, He hasn't made a payment on it in 4 fucking years while he's running for the United States Senate. Not one news, including the fucking Tribune. No one reports this. I'm screaming my fucking head off. This guy's running on a fiscally responsible platform. His fucking house is in foreclosure. J.P. Morgan eats the short sale. $600,000 Mike Lee owes the fucking taxpayers. $600,000 he owes. The taxpayers threw the bailout to J.P. Morgan, funneled the money to Mike Lee. Mike Lee has been implicated in the fucking both of the 2 Supreme Court justices, and here's where this gets really bizarre. You see my interview with Mike Lee at Weber State University at the Olene Walker Foundation, who's the woman governor by default, and you think they're going to let a woman be governor in Utah? I love the women that protest against the temple. And I had a person in San Diego tell me, well, the Mormons have lots of Mexicans. No, they don't. No, they don't. Go down to the Ogden Temple right fucking now. Watch the grand opening. They let blacks in the priesthood. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. They say they did. It is the whitest place on the face of the earth. White, middle-aged, pill-popping women in burqas. They need to put on their burqas. I told her she's going to get executed, Kelly. They're going to put, oh yeah. This is the Utah Taliban. Going to build a freaking reactor on there. Why not put a statue of Ted Bundy on I-15? Type in who Ted Bundy was. Who killed freaking right here at this university. So my house, sure, that's legal tender in Utah. Oh, his brother's head of the Utah Supreme Court. Huh. Are they related to the guy that took the fucking bullet for fucking the Mountain Meadow Massacre? Lee's the only one that was fucking executed over that. Huh, nope, they're not. Brackenlee? Hell no. Brackenlee was the opposite of them. He wasn't even Mormon. I mind how ignorant this place is. He's run off fiscal response. He wins by a landslide. No debate, no talk, no media. Without the media, we got nothing. KSL? Doug Wright. Doug Wright's the biggest terrorist in fucking America. Passive-aggressive piece of dog shit. Fukushima gets released yesterday by Livermore. Now get this. And I want you guys all to look it up. I posted the articles all over my video yesterday. The mass murders that they are. This guy is an engineering professor. He's not a biologist. He's not part of the Livermore complex, but maybe he is. I don't know. I guess he is now. He just has his students out collecting water. Now think about this. This is Cal Berkeley, the head of the snake, who's funded billions of dollars. They are the nuclear university. They are. Their labs, everything are supposed to be monitored. That's where fucking Radnet's headquartered out of. That's where Livermore's headquartered for. That's where the nuclear fission fucking thing. That's where this entire nuclear complex, Livermore. Go right there to the football. You don't believe me? Go to the football stadium. I've fucking done videos, lots of them right there. I've been on that campus times this year. Walk right behind the football stand. There it is, the secret nuclear lab. Try getting in it. Try. It's right fucking there, right there, right next to you fuckers. Go fucking Cal fucking eugenicists. Go there, beat them fucking Stanford fucking genociders. Beat fucking, yay. Sick, ignorant fucks. So, get this, the chemical symposium in San Francisco last month. He's the presenter, engineering professor. Yeah, me and my students were gathering up water off the campus. Number one, what makes you think that they got hit the hardest in Berkeley, California? Which they did not. The hardest hit was on the Wasatch of Utah. Boise, Idaho, the only place on earth that issued a warning. You think it's a wonder Kevin Blanch and everybody got leukemia right 7 months after Fukushima? Rash of death. But these people, oh, it's God's land. We're going to, no, you're not. No, it's not. It is obscene. So he releases his data. So now, get this. Cal Berkeley and Livermore have incorporated his data into an official government fucking study, and they're fucking grandstanding this guy. He says, now, get this, and this is going into the public domain. This is going into official records of Livermore Lab and Cal Berkeley into the domain. And look it up. Look what he says. This is the ignorance that I am blown away at this. He says a statement. I started realizing it wasn't a one-time event because I was watching YouTube videos and saw it on the internet. And I'm like, what? What? You're presenting data. You are the fucking head of the snake, billions of dollars. You are a fucking engineering professor thing, and it's not a one-time. How How can you possibly not know? You're an engineering fucking professor at Cal Berkeley. How can you possibly not know that this is an ongoing fucking situation that's getting worse? And you're saying it was and you presented that? Wow. Oh my God. I mean, it hit me yesterday. This country's gone. I fucking wrote in my book 10-10-10, Post-Ignorance. I said, if this country does not pivot, it will swallow it whole. It swallowed it whole. This is the most ignorant population in the history of humankind, bar none. I started to realize by watching YouTube videos that this was not a one-time event. That's what he says. This is a fucking engineering professor on Berkeley who was gathering water that is in the fucking Livermore domain as presented as an official fucking study. Now, I want people to know, in the early days, it was leaked to me that, now, I want to go all the way back to my YouTube, beginning of my YouTube video. I was working on my YouTube video experiment with it, getting ready to go back in the hedge fund industry. Getting ready to go back to work. By the way, I made a whole bunch of people at Berkeley multimillionaires. So I get an email way back before Fukushima ever happened from a professor at Berkeley. He says, Kevin, I got my students watching your videos. There's a drinking game going in the dorms over there every time you say fuck. We're talking nothing but finance. We're talking about social inequality. We're talking about the shirtwaist fire. We're talking about tariffs. We're talking at very high-level finance. Because that's what I did. I taught at the #1 school of finance in the world, bar none, via the testing. I graduated, have the last letter, which is gone, over, wiped out, locked. They didn't make the top 300. They're pathetic. Everybody died of leukemia. So I'm telling them exactly 3 years ago right now. You can look up the videos. Everybody go look them up. I did videos every day all through August into September. Every day right before I got leukemia. Everybody, including Kramer and all them, are screaming their fucking heads off. The market's collapsing. The market's, the Dow's 95. I'm like, no, it's not. These fucking monsters pay no taxes. They use slaves. They're going to make so much money, it's fucking sickening. So I'm telling everybody, buy the derivative on Apple. Sell your gold, sell your gold, sell your gold at 1900. Sell your gold at 1900. Sell your gold. Sell your silver at 45. Sell it. Sell it. Rides over. Buy Tesla. So some kids contacted me from there in Berkeley, and they said, well, Kevin, you going, what should we buy? I said, buy Tesla. They're fucking socially conscious. They're in your neighborhood. I mean, that thing's getting ready to fucking go crazy. It was $18, $16, $19. Oh, they bought it. I got emails back from a lot. Yeah, I went to talk to my grandpa about it. And we bought, a few thousand shares. We got this, we got, and this is over and over and over. A lot of people in the Bay Area. So what happens? Oh, yeah, I got a bunch of it. I bought a lot of Tesla right then. As you guys watch, I turned $3,000 into $700,000 on my YouTube site. Right there in plain sight. And record. Told you to buy the derivative on the 480 fucking calls on fucking Apple when they were fucking 30 cents a piece. They ended up being worth fucking $16,000 a piece. What happened? A few days later, I got a fucking stomach ache. I was due to speak at Zuccotti. As I was trying to lead up my post-ignorance, I was involved with a lot of young students at NYU. Spent the winter of 2010 in the fucking park, where everything fucking happens at Washington Square, with my post-ignorance. I was organizing with them. We were working hard together, me and a fucking small group of people. I was organizing. I was leading up to the 100th anniversary of the Shirtwaist Fire, which would have been March 25th, 2011. 2 weeks before that, Fukushima happens. I go fucking crazy. So they're going back and forth with me. Kevin, you got Fukushima crazy? And I'm like, yeah, because nothing else matters. This trumps everything. I was due to speak in Zuccotti the day that I got sick. I got fucking the tumors wrapped around me right after I'm on a roll from hell. Anyway, you all know the story. Hardcore radical fucking case of leukemia, given 2 months to live. Into the bone marrow transplant, fighting for my life. All my money, I forked over every single fucking penny I had. And here I'm in the bone marrow watching these fucking derivatives go crazy. Watching my $700,000 that I had to sell turn into fucking millions, many millions quickly. Many millions. Watching Tesla go crazy. I made a bunch of people in the Bay Area fucking multi-millionaires. What's Tesla today? Google it. Google it. Google it. I think it's 285, 290, 280. 3 years. Gold. 1260. I placed bets all over the internet. 4 years ago and 3 years ago. $10,000 bets, including with Max Kaiser. But Max Kaiser did episode 496. Oh, I got a memory like a steel fucking trap. Do not. That's a byproduct of autism. I ran into a girl I went to fucking kindergarten with one day, just running around. She says, "Happy birthday." She says, "How do you know it was my birthday?" I says, "I remember everybody went to elementary school's birthday today." And I said, "Right them off." That's the byproduct of autism. Autistic people have fun. That's why we struggle, because we don't forget anything ever. We can go back in our minds and our landscape like it was yesterday. That adults who learn to fucking handle and learn to communicate their autistic minds, that is what their minds are. Our memories don't erase. I can go back, like I was at the Eagles concert 2 nights ago, and I got to tell you, anybody gets a chance, you got to go. It's the best concert I saw in 30 years, maybe ever. Spectacular. I mean, Timothy can still hit those fucking high notes. I mean, Walsh was incredible. Going for all of them. Don Henley, what a fucking genius artist. But together, all of them together, they play for 3 fucking hours. It is spectacular. Spectacular. My mind raced back to San Diego in the early 70s. That's where those guys were doing their gig. It raced back to Utah. I just had tears running down my cheek. What happened to this fucking place? I'll tell you. What happened? We got rid of cats. We got user. We let the ignorant take the field. We fucking lost all spiritual leaders who fucking had a soul. The greatest generation fucking yielded the field to the baby boomers. Oh, baby, 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 baby. I remember the old timers. My uncle say, "Fuck, I'd fucking be glad when I'm gone when you little fuckers take the field. I'll be glad when I'm dead, you fucking spoiled, rotten, arrogant fucking people." And that's what kills me about the fucking radio show and everything, the arrogance that's out there. And it's ignorant. They think they know it all, and they don't know shit. They don't know shit. I quiz people. I got into it with fucking Dirty Herbie, asked him what Price Anderson was, and he didn't even know. Yeah, he's pushing for a nuclear generator. The fucking blind leading the fucking blind on Balco. This fucking country is gone. It's over. It is gone. And if you don't believe me that it's gone, I want you to take a look at the debt today. I think it crossed $18 trillion yesterday. No one even talks about it. Getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, going fucking to edge the cars, going crazy. You're working, I mean, average person popping 5-6 pills a fucking day. The country's over. It's a military fucking state. It is a third world country. It's been there for a while. You had the fucking military coup. You had an election that was stolen in 2000. Now remember, as bad as much as I out Bill Walmart Clinton signed after, which I will never forgive that motherfucker. Never. He was downsizing the military. The military coup of 2000 is very, very, very real. Very real. Stole the election. The militaries went insane. Let's think about the byproducts of a third world country. Corruption, number one. This is the most corrupt place in the fucking world, bar none. Bar none. That's how everybody makes their money. We don't make anything. You either serve coffee or you steal in a white-collar way, in a passive-aggressive, straight white-collar way. That's how you make your fucking dime. Mortgage brokers signing fucking bad paper become mayors. Right here, right here. I could tell stories about all these more. I went to college with these fuckers. You know, and Cooley kicked them out of their class. Now I'm graduated from Cooley's fucking program. They kicked them and they become Marchburg. Now they're fucking mayors. The mayor of fucking Kaysville, there's one. Fucking corrupt, forgery, fucking committed hundreds of felonies. They don't go to jail. They get more money. They become politicians. Dirty Herbie. Like I said, don't believe me? Start fucking checking out where I live. Both attorney generals, which, by the way, has been implicated, and I think it's true, that Mike Lee was committing felonies at the same time right there with him. The money usury complex to him. Dirty Herbie, we know for a fact. So you got the governor, you got the senator, the sitting attorney general, who had a sign on his door that said for sale. And I'm not kidding. This should be the biggest story in the fucking country. The previous attorney general and the sitting attorney general with fucking 11 felony counts against each of them. No one's even talking about them. Not third degree, second degree, some of them. Nobody talking about it. A governor that is so absolute, a Mormon church that is so out of control, corrupt. So corrupt. Corrupt Supreme Court justices that were placed there by a corrupt president who did not win. A military state who completely runs the entire show. They force through the Patriot Act. Anything folds into it. No constitution. This country was never a democracy. I love how you people think it was a democracy. It's a republic with a constitution. But no, and the only people can ever quote is the first. Well, they can't even quote the First Amendment, the Second Amendment. That's all one they quote. They don't know nothing about the Fifth, Sixth, Seventh, Eighth, or Ninth. I asked this fucking teabagger who's drained off the swamp behind the wetland behind my house, who was a politician named Terry Gibson, who's a Weaver County commissioner. These are the most corrupt fuckers in the world. 10 million in corporate welfare they own. They've just corrupted and learned the system, and they become politicians. I asked him one day. We started talking about the Constitution. They tried to repeal the 12th and the 17th. Google them. I said, what about the 28th? He gave me an answer. You know there's only 27. In my class, I used to use a trick question, and I would give them credit both ways, because I don't play that way. When I taught, it was only, I'm old school. 2 tests, midterm, final. I don't give a fuck if you show up. You know the material, you know the material. It's the way fucking universities were. Professors led the field, not anymore. They're all corporatized now. They're gone. If you're going to college right now, why? Worthless piece of fucking paper. There's no jobs. These fucking kids are coming out. You're going to fucking, they're worthless. There's no jobs. You done it this way, and the New World Order people and the talk show radio and the fucking Michael Savages and all those, they're the ones that created this. That's the way they want it, and that's the way they get it. Some men you just can't fucking reach. These people don't even understand what a neo-feudal system is, and the only way we countered a neo-feudal system was with tariffs. This country was incepted by that. Alexander Hamilton had 8 employees. Washington had 2. The Coast Guard. The Coast Guard fucking set up at the Harbor of New York to block the East India Company. Look it up before the Bill of Rights, fucking you Donkey Kong chief. Look it up. Look it up. The Tariff Act. Look it up. Google it. I believe it's 1789 or it's 1791. To incentivize the buying and making of homemade goods. To pay off the fucking debt. To block the East India Company. Block the new East India Company. They knew you couldn't compete with slaves then. They knew you couldn't compete with slaves then. How can you compete with a global workforce? The average hourly fucking wage on this earth is 20 cents an hour. The global workforce is over 2 billion strong. The American workforce, let's talk about this, the participation rate. Google it in, hello, and I like all these people, can't you Google? I mean, you're sitting there in front of a computer screen, come on, this is the information age, it's at your fingertips. What took us freaking, as young people, to get a degree, digging through books that professors wrote for freaking months, you can Google in 3 seconds. There's no excuses. There's no, Google it. It is outrageous to me how ignorant people have become. And it's dogma. They're dug in in their dogma. They're killing themselves with their own dogma. They're eating the dogma burgers to their death. And gladly go to their death. I'm head of the support group. By the way, anybody that wants to go with me, I'll have my heavy test. I'm very nervous about it. I didn't have a good test 2 months ago. I went backwards the other way. It's very scary, but I'm doing good. I'll be okay. I think I know the reasons why and what happened. I think I'm pointed in the right direction again. I'm okay. And my test, if anybody wants to go, it's next week. You know, hopefully they won't go into my hips. I mean, those bone barrel biopsies are horrid. They hurt. I hope not. We'll hope they can handle it through the blood works, which I think they can. They're an amazing group of beautiful people. And all you people with the bad-mouth doctors, I want to say about in there, all these doctors just want you to fucking die just right. Not at our hospital. My doctors love me. Truly love me. I have a team down there. I have 8 doctors at LDS that love me. Well, 7 of them do. One of them, she don't like me. Fuck her. The nurses, all of them, secretaries, they love me. Finbo loves me. I love him. He saved my life. Vincent Hansen right here, a true Christian. I love that guy. I really, truly love him in my fucking heart. He saved my life. I knew who to turn to because I knew who the real fucking quality people are. I know who the fakes are. I know who the frauds are. And I know the very true, very fucking righteous, fucking true people are that care about other people. That's why I went. That's why my life has been saved. You're going to go with me. Fuck, none of you got the balls to go anywhere with me. Fuck, you're all going to just sit in your fucking everybody. That's all everybody's going to do, and I don't give a fuck who I offend. I really don't care at this point. I'm fucking sick of these sheep. Yeah, and I want to remind everybody else, too, all you fucking worship the golden house, gold bar licking fucking creeps. The queen is pushed gold. That is a queen thing. You know, the fucking New Order things. You fuckers are on such fucking the wrong side of history. Fucking nuclearism. Trying to build a nuclear reactor when Fukushima's ongoing. I didn't realize it was a one-time event, and I'm a fucking professor of engineering at Cal Berkeley funded by the military, and I didn't. What? Nobody can be. It's impossible to be that fucking stupid, isn't it? I'm head of the support group. There's a guy dying from Illinois in there. Our hospital only takes on the hardest of the hardest cases. People that are going to die. They're Hail Marys. The place is incredible. Incredible. They take on the hardest leukemia cases in the world. There's a reason they set up, and they need to take LDS's name off it because it's not LDS. It has nothing to do with LDS. In fact, LDS actually is a weapon against them. They go, this guy, my age, works in a nuclear reactor in Illinois, dying of leukemia. I told him, do you know the incidence of leukemia around a nuclear reactor if you work around 16 times higher? Oh, no, you know, this is God's will, God's will. So I passed out East of Eden. I said, read it. Tim Shell, Dalmaist. You know, I like these people want to comment about the fucking book when they haven't even read the whole fucking book. Don't knee-jerk it. You can't fucking, that's the problem. You can't fucking space it. I mean, I used to be able to identify students like crazy, and I was one of those students. Don't kid yourself. I was going to write a book one day, how to graduate from college with never buying a book, which I did. I mean, when I was at Berkeley, when I was at fucking Weber, whatever, fucking BIS, honor student, fucking, you know, kicked in, out, fucking there be, but I knew. I mean, I know how to do it. You know, I was young, I was like that. That's what we do as fucking college students, isn't it? We're too busy chasing girls. You know, chasing money, having fun. You know, but I can identify a student. I know when they've read part of the subject and not all of it, just teeny pieces, and they try to crop out. Oh, no, they never get it by me. Never. Never. That's what people do. If you're going to, like I said, when you watch, I don't watch a lot of YouTube videos. I want people to know that. I watch very few YouTube videos. If I watch YouTube, I watch music videos. If you ain't noticed yet, I'm a music nut, and that's part of my big healing. When I was in the hospital, my little radio's playing in there. The nurses come in, fuck, we can hear you singing clear out in the fucking main area. You have a beeper in there. You're quarantined in there. It's just you. Your central line's hanging out. You know, your neutrophils are 0. My platelet counts were as low as 8. I mean, there they have tubes that go down there. You know, you're dying in there. And they're keeping you alive, hooked up to a fucking machine. You know, and they're saving you. And so I have my radio in there. I'm overlooking Wallace Stegner's old classroom at the University of Utah. I'm overlooking our place, my place, right to the square inch where my fucking ancestors landed, the very first early Mormons. I like them. You read their journals. We didn't believe a word of it, but we know it had to be better than this. They were living in the slums, a lot of these people that came here. And they made the desert fucking bloom. The early Christians that fucking raising me would roll in their fucking graves. I wish fucking these people were like, they would spit in Dirty Herbie's fucking face. This fucking passive Mike Lee, these pathetic fuck. Remember, our incredible governor in the 80s, Scott Madison, who was a genius, died of leukemia at 53 fucking years old, a downwinder. Everybody fucked death. So I'm the head of the support group. Oh, no, they want to argue with me. Okay. It's God's will. No, it's not. Tim Shell. That's right out of the Old Testament. That's the Hebrew word for thou mayest. What does that mean? As I was at Livermore on day 1000 for a very good reason, our post-ignorance project, we protested all over the world. By the way, you look at those photographs that Angie Spencer shot that day in Kentucky. Oh, my God, are they fucking brilliant, or are they brilliant? Lori, down there in North Carolina. Jeremy, in Texas. Ackerman in Ontario. Lonnie Clark at the Little Hidden Reactor, and Jack Dresser at Oregon State. How about those pictures up there in Albany of the great little New York Wolves? I love that crew. And by the way, I'll be in New York for the Climate March, and we're going to steal that fucking show. You know, Gail Snyder, I've been talking to her. She's a great activist, incredible activist in Illinois. She's Kevin, they don't want to find it. I said, good. Gives us an opportunity. We're going to fucking take this fucking field. Nobody's going to give us anything. They're not going to give us a platform. They're not going to give us money. They're not going to give us fucking 1 square inch. We have to kick that fucking door down. We have YouTube cameras. We're the media now. We're the media. Fuck these fucking Entertainment Tonight fucking... They're not even Entertainment Tonight. They evolved from Entertainment Tonight to the military-industrialized complex's fucking weapon. They are worse than fucking Stalin's propaganda machine. They are worse than fucking Khrushchev's fucking propaganda machine ever dreamed of being. CBS, ABC, NBC's, BBC, Reuters, they are nothing but the Queen's propaganda fucking spearhead. Pay the Dragon Slayer. And it works on the ignorant. Don't work on me. Don't work on me. I'll stand. And I want to tell all you people to stand up. Golda Meir's famous quote, nothing ever happened in change by the masses. It always happened by the teeny tiny few. That's a fact, Jack. Jack is back. He's back. He's back to kill you. It's called the military-industrialized complex. Nuclearism. Megan Rice, the genius that she is. She's a genius, by the way. Read her writing. She is a genius. Her father was a genius. Her mother was a genius. In all ways. Maybe the most brilliant person in America to this day. Right now. And I'm not kidding. She could have picked anything she wanted. Social inequality. She's the protege of Dorothy Day. I mean, she knows. She knows. She put nuclearism. I think she coined the word. I think the word nuclearism is Megan Rice's word. I think she picked this because she knows it's the top of the heap. In a righteous way. What's Martin Luther King's great quote? Justice, truth, that long curving arc is a very long, long arc, but it always curves and arcs towards truth. Oh boy. We have to stand our ground in a spiritual way, in an intelligent way, in the right way, in a righteous way, not in this fake righteous way that they want to incorporate. No. Thou shalt not kill. Love them, for they know not what they do. No. We're not going to fall for this opposite. We're not going to fall for these hair-sprayed fucking evangelicals and Mormons and these Foxconn News who are really devils. They are fucking evil. They are satanic as fuck. They are Satan his fucking self. Fucking Governor Herbert is Satan himself. Mike Lee is Satan. These fucking whores on Fox News are fucking Satan's fucking bitches. For real. I love it. They wrap themselves up in a flag. They use the American icon. Glenn Beck is a mentally ill, disturbed fucking alcoholic. Fucking George Bush, mentally ill. These people are fucking devils. Dick Cheney, the Satan him fucking self. Satan. Marie Antoinette, let them eat yellow cake. You think about that guy disrespecting his mama. You think about him. The difference between he and John Kennedy and fucking Bill Walmart Clinton, John Kennedy stood up against these monsters. Yeah, it cost him his life. But he did it anyway. Bobby did it anyway. Martin Luther King did it anyway. Progressives died on D-Day 1968. It was over. We've never recovered. The neocon ignorant took the fucking field. Is it capitulated? I thought it capitulated on 3/11/11. That's the end. The end of fucking innocence? Oh, boy. The end? But no, it didn't end because of the ignorance, the apathy, the fucking laziness of the baby boomer. The worthlessest fucking piece of shit culture of humans, that and the echo builders in the history of humankind. The most ignorant, fucking false bravado, arrogant, dumb motherfuckers that ever walked. They think they watch a YouTube video, they fucking Google, they have I'm Christine O'Donnell, I have a PhD in I'm a constitutional scholar, I attended a Karl Rove symposium for 2 days. They don't educate themselves, they don't work hard. They fucking exploit illegal labor to mow their lawns, to cook their food, to make their fucking beds. They don't do anything. They're lazy fucking people. Now, not all of them. I'm speaking in the aggregate. I mean, some of my nurses in that hospital are the hardest workers you've ever seen. My little CNAs. Remember, when you have leukemia like that, it's a nightmare. I suck down to 119. They collect all your bowel movements. They collect all. I told the doctor, the nurse finally went down there and says, hey, to the chef, and says, hey, I got word for the chef why you guys collect all my urine, every bit of it, because that fucker's making coffee out of it. This is the worst coffee in the fucking world. By the way, I couldn't eat or I couldn't drink for weeks and months. Yet everybody's loved ones dying. But they're so arrogant, they watch their wives, their girlfriends, wherever they died. I run into this girl I know. She's married to a pretty boy doofus motherfucker. I mean, this guy's a fucking doofus. I run into him. She's a good-looking, sexy, beautiful, incredible fucking girl. I run into her at the concert. Kevin, where you been? Got leukemia. I've been fighting for my life. She says, I have stage 4 fucking colon cancer in my liver. No. Oh, my God. Pulls down her fucking shirt. There's her central line hanging in her fucking jugular. Oh, no. Up at Huntsman. I says, oh, so they're fucking telling you you're going to fucking live. They're grandstanding you're fucking staying in the hotel. And her husband, oh, she's kicking its ass, blah, blah, blah. So I start to talk to her. This guy's trying to pull back. And I'm like, well, if you need some help to fight, let me know, because you need to get intense. And I hope you're getting intense. Then we start talking about nuclearism. It's like they just stare holes at you. They just look at you like you're talking Mandarin Chinese. And I'll tell you why. And a lot of you know this and understand this, what I'm saying. I've identified this, what this is. I have identified it. It's like a child who has been raped. Or, you know, we all have really horrible experiences. I think some of the experiences that I had, you know, going through my divorce and going through that whole fucking nightmare and, you know, in love with the wrong girl at the time and all the heartbreak and the pain and the fucking all of it, we fucking compartmentalize that. We don't want to think about it. How can we? Those are horrible events. So we don't think about it. We shove it back into our subconscious, but it's there, and it rules us. People say, oh, Kevin, you're angry. Well, curse is spite. You were born to set this right. And I said, of course. But I don't block out. I tap into that. When my dad died, I said, I'm standing right here. I'm going to watch him load him in the body bag. I wanted this to burn a fucking hole all the way through me. I want it to burn so hard and hurt me so hard that I can never forget it. And I won't. So what happens? And I can prove this. I can prove it just like I can prove that nuclear fallout is autism. Just like I can prove that nuclear fallout is all cancers. I can prove it. The data's all there. I can prove it. Fish consumption out of the Pacific Ocean is now 40% post-Fukushima. People know, but they compartmentalize it. So when you have a talk with them, they just kind of look at you. It's like when you go into, I guess it's when a young woman will go see the psychiatrist, and she's all bitching about this, that, the other thing, and then the psychiatrist looks at her and says, were you molested as a child? And she just stares and drools. Well, who molested you? And she just stares and drools. And spends fucking, 2 years in therapy finally admitting that she was sexually molested by her own father or her fucking relatives, which that's what they do in Utah. That's what they do all over these creepy motherfuckers. And they drool. And then the psychiatrist has to go to work on them and try to convince them that he's the one who did that to you. Society didn't do to you. Other men didn't do to you. And they just stare and drool. That's what Fukushima is. That's exactly what Fukushima is. These fainting goats know. They know. They all know. Everybody knows. They just stare and go on like it didn't happen. And just like building a fucking nuclear reactor on the green. That's just like, fuck, my father raped me. Yeah, I'm going to blame this guy. That's what they're doing to me. That's what they're doing to us. Shoot the messenger. I told this exactly the way it should have been told, in an incredible, dramatic, hardcore, radical way. I'll tell you why, because I watched the passive-aggressives. Kevin Camps, let me tell you about that guy. This is right from Hurley's himself's words. When I led the Million Mass Man March, by the way, you fuckers who fucking want to discredit that, and none of you fuckers showed up, whatever, millions, look it up, millions participated, millions. They don't show up. The Ralph Nader people that I was staying with were fraud. They don't show up. Millions showed up. He says, the story on Kevin Camps beyond nuclear. Well, number one, Soros funds them. And I'm all for Soros making his money shorting the market. Him and his fucking, the other Greek's the one that I hate, that fucking piece of scum. Well, I don't think he's Greek. He's Hungarian. Sorry. My bad. Sorry to you. That Hungarian named Teller, that bushy-eyebrow fucking scum, I'm going to go piss on his fucking grave. Cal Berkeley, them scummy motherfuckers. The head of the snake, Livermore, the mass murderers that they are. They knew. They fucking knew. They knew they were going to take their own troops into the Nevada test site. Human guinea pig them. They knew. Kevin Camps makes about $150,000 a year. He's a socialite in the Beltway. You got to realize how the Beltway works. They have activist houses. They have all these things. It's money that was set aside, including Thomas. Thomas is dead. The permanent protest, Connie. I had a great conversation. There's a YouTube video of me and Connie. She says that the activist house that was left by him, these young fucking beatnik, fucking dirty hippies have taken it over who call themselves activists, which, by the way, they're not activists. They're not. That's what's happened. These five guys get some funding, like camps, get some funding. They talk all nice about it because they're not about to rock the boat. They have a cushy-ass, fucking sweet-ass gig. They don't work. They don't do shit. They don't do anything. They make a lot of money. They get funding. They're not about to rock that funding. Same thing. Helen Caldicott's about selling fucking books. Arnie Gunder shit, and Arnie, I think Arnie's done a lot of good fucking work on some fronts. But let's get real. You read the transcript from the Blue Castle hearing. I read it online. And you know why they lost. Then Matt comes back to me, oh, no, Kevin, he sends me an article in the New York Times. Really? That's how pathetic these fucking softball activists are because they're all about fundraising. They are not anti-nuclear. They're not they don't want to change the world. They don't want to change anything. They're war profiteers. All of them. They're pathetic. Chris Busby works for the Queen directly. When Chris Busby goes on TV, and then this guy that fucking presents his data engineering, let me tell you guys, I'm going to give you fucking Environmental Economics 101. 101. The first time you hear any anti-nuclear use the word dilute, they're a fraud. That's 101. The solution to pollution is dilution. Nuclear fallout is not pollution. Nuclear fallout is nuclear fallout. It does not dilute. It is the opposite of dilute. It grows. It's called, nuclear fission event is called gamma rays. Gamma rays are erupting. And by the way, let me tell you fucking fainty ghosts, when you see stuff going on the live cams over there, and you want to blame it on lights or moving equipment, how dead fucking wrong, and you need to grow the fuck up, and it shows the youth of some of these people. We know factual detail 1, 2, and 3 are on fire. They're invisible fires. Factual detail. These are nuclear fission fucking fires. They're invisible. When certain fucking light or whatever fuck shows up, you can see the fire. They're on fire all the time. Does that mean you can't walk through the fire in a fucking suit? Of course you can. In those heavy suits for a very short period of fucking time. They're invisible fucking atmospheric fires. There's no fucking, that's not hypothesized. That's just a fucking hardcore rooted fact. You got nuclear fission going on in fucking cores 1, 2, and 3. And 4, did the fucking smelt fuel pools crack and spill fucking, we know factual detail they did. I love the fucking videos they show on 60 Minutes and whatever. I love Allison McFarland and her aides say they've been in number 4 and actually looked in the pools. They're fucking liars. They're fucking liars. No, they haven't. The fucking studios they shoot the fucking things from are at least 13 miles away. And most likely they're in Tokyo. Now you think about this, you fainty fucking goats, and I want everybody to think about who wants to argue facts with me. Fact. The State Secret Act was passed a year and a half ago. Now you think about that. Think about the State Secrets Act in Japan. Just talk about Fukushima. I used to get hundreds of emails, including the Fukushima 50's mother. You look it back up. I reported that he was going to die weeks before he died, and I took a lot of shit from that because his mother told me so. Fucking one of the professors I used to do radio show inside Tokyo with her, and I love these idiots in fucking Japan. Oh, I live in Japan, baby, we don't know. Of course you don't do nothing. They're more repressed than us. You could be a fucking mass fucking, it's like your neighbor's house got fucking, everybody in the house was fucking mass murder, and you're living in Tokyo, and you don't know. Because that's what they've evolved into. That's how repressive they are with the fucking system over there. They fucking lock people up. They put you in fucking jail. It's against the law to even fucking tweet, talk, text the word. Now think about that. I want you to think about that. Now, that's not Japan. The United States was colonialized after World War II. Now think about it. Come on, are we this ignorant on fucking history? When we divided them up, when Germany fell, when Japan fell, Japan fucking fell. They were taken over. Russia and the United States fucking divided them up. The United States got Japan. Barack Obama, the only thing that fucker said, true, when he went over there. Do you think that sushi that he was eating came out of the fucking ocean? Oh, I'll guarantee it did not. I will guarantee it did not. Remember, he was flown out of the country immediately when Fukushima happened. The plume rained over us in Utah. He was flown out of the country immediately to South America. That's a fact, Jack's fact. So, the studios are in Japan, Tokyo. That's where these fucking things are shot. They don't go in there. Atmospheric fission is happening. There's no off switch. And for this guy at fucking the engineering professor, at fucking, his name's Norman. Literally, remember, you cannot be that fucking stupid. He cannot be that fucking stupid. It's impossible. He's an engineering professor gathering up water on the campus of fucking Cal Berkeley, at Cal Berkeley, the most heavily funded nuclearism place on the face of the fucking earth. The nuclear cartel themselves, the head of the snake, who railroaded Goffman. I love how they fucking grandstand J. Oppenheimer when they hated J. Oppenheimer. J. Oppenheimer was anti-bomb, so they railroaded him out of fucking town. Fucking John Kennedy was anti-bomb, so they fucking killed him. Martin Luther King was anti-fucking nuclear, so they killed him. Fucking all of them anti-fucking nuclear, all dead. Do you think that's a coincidence? Rachel Carson, all of them dead. State Secret Act. Barry Antoinette, where did they find this motherfucker? Black, there ain't nothing black about him. That fucker's more Republican than Bill Walmart Clinton. It's outrageous. We went back in fucking time. Oh, no, we went back and forward. Nuclear fission never happened before. The mother fractors are out of control. Anything. And the thing is, the populace falls for it. Oh, we're going to get jobs. We're going to get their oil and not. What are you on the board of directors of Halliburton or Shell Oil? I love it. You know, the BP fucking blowing up in the fucking Gulf. Oh, we're going to do offshore fucking drilling because it's going to create jobs. My PhD proved long before it happened that it does not create jobs offshore drilling. It takes away jobs. Fuck, look at the down rigs across Wyoming. Look at the down rigs across fucking Utah. Because it takes pipelines. They just drilled in the fucking ocean. BP, which, think about that, British Petroleum sealed off public beaches in fucking the Gulf. Public beaches were not public. British Petroleum, private security force, British Petroleum. British Petroleum sealed off United States public. We are the Queen's colony. She colonized us. And I love it in Canada. Everybody's rich, and frickin' in the UK, they're rich. They're rich because they don't spend any money on their fucking dragon slayers. Because the American ignorant donkey fuckers, Foxconn, which let me tell you, Fox News is a CIA operation that was set up through Rupert Murdoch. This is a fact. You can argue all you want with me. Set up through the House of Windsor, through the fucking Queen. Check out Rupert fucking Murdoch's fucking past. Check out the fucking phone hacking scandal. Pierce Morgan, they've hijacked CNN, they hijacked CBS News, the British invasion, and I'm not hacking the Beatles, motherfucker. Hamilton would fucking roll over in his grave. Abraham Lincoln would roll over in his grave. I am McKinley, the terror president. We know for a fact the Queen had him killed. I will go ahead and quote fucking Roosevelt again. And I want to say this to Lyndon LaRouche, you phony fraud motherfucker. You're on the right side. You're a brilliant guy, but how can you still be pro-nuclear, you stupid motherfucker? Where do you dumb, ignorant, donkey motherfuckers get off that fucking nuclear is the answer for dirty coal? What? Nuclear is 10 times dirtier than coal ever dreamed about. Nuclear is the dirtiest, filthiest fuck. Are you too fucking stupid to realize that this isn't pretty butterflies and magic coming out of a fucking wand? They're uranium mines. The most expensive fucking power in the history of mankind. Without Price Anderson, they don't exist. You pay for it for the taxpayer. It is the biggest rip-off thief to the fucking taxpayer in the history of mankind. And you fucking fainting goats are too stupid to fucking see that? I'm disgusted with this fucking country. It is representative government. This country is the fucking dumbest bunch of donkey fucking sheep morons in the history of humanity. Oh, why don't you leave it? No, fuck you, why don't you leave? I was born here on this fucking landscape, and I'm not about fucking drawing boundaries and borders. Just, though my mind is not for rent to any government, don't put me down as arrogant. No changes are permanent. Oh, no. I don't believe in that philosophy. I don't believe in state boundaries. I don't believe in drawing lines. I believe in the environment. This fucking earth and this landscape was here long before the fucking United States, before England colonized it. I like in California how they're rewriting history down there. Took the Mormon battalion mark, and I'm going to race and shit with those fucking Mormons over that. That's my great-great-grandfather. Abraham Hunsaker is my great-grandpa. My grandpa's Abraham Hunsaker. They took down the Moor because he called himself the great socialist. The Mormons. What they were socialists, borderline communists, United Order. Look it up, fuckers. These fuckers want to rewrite history. It's obscene what they're doing. It is disgusting. I don't buy into state lines. I don't buy into boundaries. And if Fukushima doesn't prove that, they don't mean shit. They don't mean shit. The jet stream. The jet stream. This is all one fucking globe, Mother Earth, and it's not that big. It really doesn't mean shit. People in Afghanistan, people in Iraq, people here, we're all the same. We love our children. We love our environment. We need food to eat. We need clean air. We need water. You know, I love it. Freedom isn't free. The fuck it ain't. They call up that freedom is free. freedom was always free. Again, Carl Russell Means, who died in 2012, the brilliant, brilliant activist that he was. We'll quote him. You white Anglo-Saxons come to the United States on a mission to find heaven. Everything you do is to go to heaven, so you can go to heaven. Well, let me tell you, before you got here, we had heaven. We had no locks. We had no prisons. We had no disease. We had heaven. See, I'm out of that school of thought. The landscape, the environment was heaven. The control freaks are out of control. Freedom isn't free to fuck. Freedom was free. These fuckers are co-opted. You buying it up, freedom fries. I like when they pulled the freedom fries gun on you. Fuck, look it up in World War I. Same fucking terminology, same thing. Orwell wouldn't fucking believe this shit. And it's done through Operate Fox News has done it all. Lock, stock, barrel. They're devils. The evangelicals and Mormons have done this. Got to Carl Rove doesn't himself. Carl Rove, George Bush, Dick Cheney, Dick Cheney is an evil attorney. This is right out of Scott McClown's book. Read it. Scott McClown says they used to sit around and say, can you believe these stupid fucking evangelicals and fucking Mormons? We do everything the opposite of Christianity. And they think we're mass murder and we're doing everything. They used to sit around the White House and laugh at them. They used to sit around and say, hey, they're so fucking gone because of, and why blame leaders? I don't blame their flock. I blame the leaders. Joe and his trophy wife, Jesus, the prosperity gospel, Jesus died so I could be rich. That's the devil. No, Jesus never said that. Ever. How do you make that shit up? He fed the poor. He fed the fucking hungry. He was a liberal. He was not even a liberal what liberals are today. I mean, more of a progressive attitude. He was a radical. He was an incredible person. Now, we can get into the debate, was he the son of God or not? I don't want to have that debate. That's a spiritual, personal thing. But what a person he was. Oh, my God. Wow. The opposite of what these people are. Love them. Forgive them, for they know not what they do. There were the people killing him. Wow. 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 Carpenter. Yeah. Wow. When I was at the Eagles concert last night, once you started wearing those shoes, that's all I could think about is Berkeley and Livermore and the Golden Handcuffs. And this is, Nico Kaka talks about it. When he went on his scholarship there, and they tried to force him into working for them. That's what they do. They take the brilliant young minds. They tried it with Oppenheimer. You know, that's what they do, this military industrialized complex, and then they force you to work for them. He says it was a hell of a fight for him. He was in fear for his life to try to break away from them. That's where he went. I mean, I was down there when they had one. He tied himself naked, fucking painted himself orange to the fucking bell tower. You know, protests existed. We saw how Occupy, I mean, the guy who pepper sprayed the fucking kids in the face, the baby wolves. He got more money than they got. And let's talk about this. When I was a kid, Berkeley was free if you're a California resident. It's $40,000 a year for a state resident. So what have they done? It's class warfare. And I love how you fucking, the Foxconn, again, wrap themselves on the flag when you're the opposite of the flag. Talk about Jesus when you're the opposite of Jesus. They do everything the fucking opposite. You know, class warfare? Oh, they're trying to, no, we know who waged class warfare. The fucking Queen and her fucking House of Windsor fucking royal subjects. They waged class warfare. And oh boy, is it class warfare? You fucking right, it's class warfare. You fucking A. And you dumb fuckers don't know how to fight back. They waged class warfare. CNBC, the propaganda mouthpieces committing crimes every day. They're doing a pump and dump on T-Mobile, United States, by the way. This guy from fucking Global Crossings, the CEO, they're doing a pure pump and dump. And CNBC's, it's against the law, but SEC ain't going to do nothing. Of course they're not going to do nothing. The Department of fucking Goldman Sachs is the SEC. The Department of Monsanto is the Department of Agriculture. They've co-opted every single organization, from A to Z, top to bottom, every fucking I dotted, every T fucking cross. We'll take spiritual leaders, yep. But we don't have any. So you don't want to be the spiritual leader? I'll be the fucking leader. We'll be the fucking leaders. We'll take the fucking field. We'll kick the fucking doors down. I'm not giving up. Fight these motherfuckers back. Stay tuned. I got some YouTube videos I'm going to have to do. We got a fucking fight on our hands here in Utah with this dirty, herby, corrupt motherfucker. They're putting that fucking nuclear generator over my dead body.
All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. All nuclear fighters, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. They'll be calling you a radical. Woundgate 311.